Hey y'all, gonna do a quick review of my new flashlight. This is the Olight i5R in copper. This is actually the second Olight that I've ever had. The first one being that little keychain light they have, the i5R2, the little tiny keychain light they have. This is the first real Olight flashlight that I've had. And I've heard Olight being compared to Apple products, and I think a lot of that has to do with their packaging. The boxes for Olight's flashlights is almost identical to Apple products. Just the way they're packaged and the thickness of the cardboard and things like that. Plus the quality of the item, you know. I've been carrying this thing around for a couple weeks now, and I'm really impressed. Olight really does a bang-up job with their quality. This thing came out bright and shiny from the box. They had it vacuum sealed because it's copper, and they didn't want it to develop a patina before you got it. So, but the machining on this thing is perfect. It didn't have any kind of galling or machining type marks on it that you know you would expect with some cheaper type flashlights. What really attracted me to this light is the fact that it's rechargeable. This is the first version of this type of flashlight that is rechargeable. The other version, the AA version of this light, is the i5T, and all it does is just regular disposable type batteries. It doesn't have any kind of charging capabilities. It uses a proprietary type battery, specially made for this light, and it's USB-C rechargeable. And that's a big attractor to me to this light, just because I use my lights so much at work that having to run out and get more batteries every time it goes dead is just really impractical and not something that I'm willing to do. Much easier to just throw it on the charger, let it sit for 2 hours, and boom, you're ready to go. So that was a big attractor to me to this light. The reason I haven't got the other one is specifically for that reason. So the recharging capabilities for sure sold me on this light. Being a AA type, sized flashlight was also real attractive to me because I work as a paramedic on an ambulance department, and I like being able to carry my lights with me on my person at all times, just because, they're half the time we're out at night, running 911 calls and, pulling people out of ditches that have run off the road in their vehicles, and, going inside of super dark houses. You wouldn't believe how many people do not replace the light bulbs in their houses, and they just sit in the dark. So having a flashlight on me at all times is actually, it's critical. I won't go to work without it. So, yeah, so that's to me that's a attractive feature of this light. It's about almost 4 inches long. I think it's 3.75 inch long, and it's 0.7 wide. So yeah, it's a nice small type flashlight, fit in your pocket, so you can carry it around with you without it being a burden. Let's talk about some of the features of this light. It's real simple. I do like the simplicity of this light. It has 2 modes. So you've got your low mode, which is 15 lumens, and it'll run that for 37 hours on a full charge. And then you got your high mode, which is 350 lumens, and it'll run that for 10 minutes, and I think it starts stepping down after 10 minutes. One of the cool features of this light is every time you use it, if you turn it on in low mode and turn it off, the next time you turn it on, it comes on in low mode. So it does not have that feature where the last mode used, it stays in, I guess a memory feature. I always like my lights to come on in a lower mode and then go up to high mode if I need it to go up in high mode. So I like that. The way you select your mode is basically, the easiest way to do it is half press to decide your modes. So you keep kind of half pressing it to decide whether you want low mode or high mode, and then whenever you have it, so now we're on high mode, you full press. So you're in high mode, 350 lumens. The Lumen Output, I like having 350 lumens. To me, the minimum I like to carry for lighting up a room, which is what I use it mostly for. I say mostly for. About half the time I'm using it to light up a room. Is about 300 lumens. I need about 300 lumens to light up a average sized room to be able to work on somebody. So that is a nice feature of this light. It's also a real floody light. It doesn't have a very pronounced hot spot. Of course, you can't really tell on the table, but it's real floody. It does not have a very pronounced hot spot. The other mode, the 15 lumens, I like that because at work I sleep in a bed hall. It's kind of like a barracks with a whole bunch of other people. And being able to have that low mode to get to your bed at night, back and forth to the bathroom, if you got to use the bathroom, take a dump, or go out on a call, you can, quick 15 lumens to make it to your bed or make it out, without disturbing other people is really nice. Plus, 15 lumens, you can set that on your nightstand and you have like a little nightlight type of deal. So you can hook up your phone chargers, whatever, you're, kind of fiddle around at your bed if you need to. So I like the outputs on these things, and I like the fact that it's got two modes, real simple. Some things I would change about this light. There's really only two things. One is the stippling. I wish that they did more of a aggressive stipple, I guess you could say, something more uniform other than spiral. I know the S1R baton, I think is what it's called, has the square type stippling. I would much rather it be a square type stippling on this flashlight, give you more grippiness. That's just not much grip to this light. The other thing is the clip. It's good clip. It's nice and long. It's got pretty good retention. I'm not afraid of it sliding out of my pocket. The only thing I would change about it is moving the tip, or the part that rides on your pocket, all the way up to the edge of the light of your cap right there. Just make it ride a little deeper. To me, that would be a little nicer. But overall, it's a nice light. I'm going to take it out here in a minute and show you some night footage of the different modes, and we'll see what all we can light up. All right, guys, this is the Olight i5R. I'm going to turn it on 15 lumens right now. I'm pointing it at some trees about 10 yards away. Can't really see anything on the camera. It's not even picking up. But yeah, it's just a real dim, real floody type of light. I'll bring it in a little closer. This is about a yard or so in front of me on the ground. All right, now I'm going to crank it up to 350. There's 350 lumens. See, it's a real floody type light. It doesn't have a lot of hot spot, but it's lighting right in front of me really well. So this is a great light for lighting up a room, something like that. I wouldn't consider this a really good searching type light because, it doesn't shoot it out there very far. We're about maybe 15 yards away from those trees right now. But yeah, a real good light for anywhere from 15 yards in. Really good at lighting anything up within that distance. Any further than 15 yards or 20 yards, I probably would go something with a little more throw on it. Well, we're about 20 yards now. It's still showing up pretty decent. There's some of my kids' toys. About 15, 20 yards. Yeah, so about maybe 20 yards in, you're getting a lot of floodlight. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching.